Currently in our house, we are doing a homeschool program. Well, actually, we're doing more like an unschooling program. What that means for me is I have lots of different materials that I'm going to go over in this video and show you exactly what I'm doing, but I don't have a plan laid out. Basically, we just wake up in the morning and we see what we want to work on. We have about 2 to 3 different books that we work in every single day, and that's what we do. I don't have any lesson plans or anything like that. I just kind of go by when Madison wakes up, what kind of mood she's in, and I don't want her to be frustrated when she's learning. So as long as she can stay happy in a good mood, we work on schoolwork. And then when she just gets really frustrated, sometimes we take timeouts and let her go play or calm down. But in my opinion, unschooling is all about allowing them to learn the things that they really need to learn, like the basics, but allow them to also keep their creative side to them. I'm going to show you all the different things that I use to do unschooling / homeschooling. And I find a lot of things that I'm doing to be working and really helpful. And anything that I show you, I'm going to try to link some links in the description. So if you want to use some of the same resources that I'm using, you can. So currently, this is all our homeschooling books that we use. We are working on first grade. We just completed this book about a month ago. We're about the second month into first grade. So this brand of book I really like. They have a step-by-step in the book where it just makes learning really easy and simple and fun. I feel like some of the workbooks that we get just don't look fun, so I try to get the ones that look the most fun. They have tons of books, but basically they have, you know, where you're going through your numbers and it gets harder and harder as the book goes along. So we have this book, and then she's moved into this book where it's kind of taken off from this book. So there's a step-by-step. And she's currently learning to write her numbers up to 100, and then they have some additions coming after that. I really like to have lots of different books like this because it's first grade and it kind of goes over all the different topics that they need to learn in first grade. And there's a lot of things that maybe I wouldn't have thought about, so it gives me a guideline, like how to count money, how to count to 100, addition, dot to dots, time, geometry is in here, some more addition. There's a lot of different basic topics, and I can take this book and work through it, and then I can even get a piece of paper out and make more addition equations or whatever that kind of goes with this book. We're currently working through this book, as you can see the little bookmark, and we're working on phonics in this book right now, but it has lots of different topics. There's phonics in here and writing. There's some math equations in here, shapes, lots of different topics in here. And then we are working on a phonics book, and this is how far we are. This one actually has kindergarten, first grade, and second grade. And so, of course, we're working on the first grade in this book. And then I have a couple more books that we'll be working on as the year goes by. And one thing that I would recommend is a dot to dot up to 100 if you're in first grade, because it makes it more fun. But since she doesn't know how to count to 100, it's really good to help her learn how to count to 100, but then it's kind of a fun thing to do also. So we have all our different workbooks. We have a dry eraser board, and we do lots of words and math on here, and I just love how when we're working in the book and I need a piece of paper, instead of getting a piece of paper, I can just write a question on here or a math equation. Like, for instance, recently we were doing counting money. So I'll be like 10 plus 10, you know, because 2 different dimes, and I would be doing equations helping her count with the money. Whenever we're working in our math book, learning about money, I also pull out the real thing, the dimes, nickels, and pennies, and I have a whole bunch that I set out. That way she can look at the page and look at the real money. I feel like we should be using real money because that's a real life situation, and we need to teach our kids how to live in the real life, not just work out of a workbook. We also always like to try to have learning games, and I really feel like this is a really good game because you can put the card down there and then they have to learn how to spell it by sounding it out. Another resource we have is her tablet. We have ABC Mouse on this tablet. I'll put an app in the description. There's basically a free app. If you have ABC Mouse, then you can put the app on your tablet and they can play that. Of course, there's lots of other learning games that you can put on your tablet. We always try to bring in creative stuff into our homeschooling activity. So this is a little kit that we just got this week where they're the dolls and you decorate them and then you set them up and play with them. I allow her to play with Play-Doh and do paintings and stuff like that. I think creativity is very, very important, and I don't want her to lose her creativity. Another resource I highly recommend if you're teaching them how to read is this phonics book, and I'll link the whole set. It's on Amazon down below. I'm lucky enough to have it in my library, but there's 5 boxes like this, and you start with number 1, of course, but they have books where you start with book 1 and it literally goes through a sequence of a whole bunch of different books, and I found that it's just, if she reads all the books in order, it's really, really helped her read. So here's all the little books, and you just start with the smallest number and read through. If you're teaching a kid how to read, I feel like this is one of the best resources. This book set might be a little bit outdated, but I don't know what other book sets are available. If you know some, I would love to know, so just let me know in the comments below. But I just love how it's a 1, 2, 3 kind of step thing, and you can just go through the steps of the books, and they're easiest to hardest, and I really feel like this set has really helped her learn how to read. In the kits, there's also lots of other different workbooks and games. So there's a whole bunch of resources in these sets to help them learn how to read. I hope this video was informative and helped you learn something. If you like this video, subscribe to this channel, give me a thumbs up, and remember to turn that little bell on because I do videos every once in a while, but I'm not really set on a Wednesday, Tuesday. I just kind of go by whatever creativity comes in at the moment, and I want to give you guys the best videos. I don't want to just throw up a whole bunch of videos that don't mean anything. So you're going to want to turn that bell on so you know when I put my videos up.